And where's my clap? Hey, so welcome to Talk About with Lust. I'm your host, Lust, and here we are. The couch is looking fuller than ever. We're looking like we're going on a trip, but we're not. We're just here. Anyways, so per usual, I'm gonna let one of them is my homies. He also brought a couple guests with him. We're gonna talk a little bit of some tattoos. There's an arch tattoo show this weekend. By the time we air this, guys, we already passed. But either way, go check it out. But I'm gonna let them go ahead and introduce themselves. Just go ahead and say your handler name, your Instagram, or however people can find you. Just take it away, my boy.
My name is Ozzy Cruz. I'm a portrait tattoo artist, and you can find me on Instagram, Facebook. Basically, my name just with the underscore in between it.
Hell yeah.
All right. Nice to meet you guys. My name is Yui, and you can find me on Instagram as Bunsreal, BUNSREALCNL.
Hell yeah.
Yo, what up? It's Slim. You can find me on Instagram at Slim45, SLIM4TYFIVE. And I'm just the artist with these guys. I do lettering. I'm an apprentice under OC.
Hell yeah. That's a dope apprenticeship, bro.
Hell yeah.
This nigga be killing it.
Hell yeah.
His works be fucking looking like pencil work, super saturated.
Nah, it's going well. It's going good.
I bet, bro. He's the guy to fucking learn from. That's for damn sure. So, so for pretty much, like I said, you guys do tattoos and all that stuff. So we'll talk a little bit about your little tattoo journey and all that stuff, and a little bit about life. To start off, I mean, whoever wants to start off, I mean, what got you into tattooing, Aussie?
I don't think I made like a conscious choice of tattooing. It kind of just happened.
Okay.
And it's also like one of those things that just kind of kept going.
Okay.
So it wasn't really like a.
So what was your turning point? What like? How did it all happen? You was like, fuck it. One day you bought a set of machines or something, or
No, what happened is I was in jail at the time, and my brother started learning how to tattoo.
Okay.
And then when I got out, my brother was encouraging me to learn how to tattoo.
All right.
And I kind of wanted to because I liked the art and stuff like that. But later on, I found out that he was encouraging me to learn how to tattoo to kind of keep me occupied because I was, very destructive at the time. And then it just and I started, and then it just went full time.
Before that, were you already drawing, or were you an artist already? Okay.
I was painting with acrylic, like on canvas and stuff like that.
Dope.
Since a kid.
Okay. And how about you?
Man, I've been starting tattooing a little bit later in life, though, like at my 29, 28. So it's very conscious choice to go tattooing. I stopped being an engineer and turned to tattooing because it's paid much more well, like much better.
So what kind of engineer work were you doing though?
So it was water engineer.
Oh, okay. What is that exactly?
So I was doing with like water blending. So for myself, like I was working in the southern Vietnam.
Okay.
So it's gonna be blending for like water usage. You're gonna do dam, pond, water reservoir, all that kind of stuff.
Okay.
Blending like 5 or 10 years ahead of time. But at the same time, it doesn't pay really well.
I got you.
So I have to finding another like a way of living, and tattooing is among one of that.
But and my question again, were you also doing art before you got into tattooing?
Oh yeah. Yeah, I've been drawing like academically for like 15 years.
Okay.
Before that.
And was that like another thing? Tattoos over there, is it a big culture, or is it like kind of taboo still, or is it like growing rapidly like a lot of the other countries?
Okay, one of the good thing about Vietnam is that everything, like the information is changing as a rapid rate.
Okay.
So in the last like at least like 5 years, everything has been changing a lot, and tattooing has been like much more accepting. But before that, it's still like kind of a taboo.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. And how about you, bro?
Well, I mean, me, whenever I was young, my dad, he's always been covered in tattoos.
Okay.
And so right whenever I got to high school, or it was really in the 9th grade, my dad had got locked up. And so from prison, he would send me, like the letters, right?
Yeah, with drawings.
Yeah, with drawings.
Yeah.
And so he would have like custom lettering on it,
Yeah.
And so when I'll be in class, I never really gave a shit about school. So when I'll be in class, I'll just be drawing too. And that's whenever I started dipping my toes in with lettering.
That's crazy because another thing is like until I started chilling in Houston, I obviously grew up with a lot of homies that had like, I don't want to say their parents went to jail, but they went to jail. Like over here, a lot of like my people my age went to prison versus their parent went to prison. But like in Houston, I realized a lot of kids my age, their parents went to prison, and they have a lot of them. So when I started showing like people in Houston, a lot of them had like letters from their uncles or their aunts, and it's like the same thing as all these drawings. And then it's funny because eventually you go to people's houses, they have them framed up because of the artwork. It's like, yo, this is such a Texas thing. But that's what we were talking about earlier. It's like, yo, you guys have such a like, besides tattooing, the art culture is like there. Like it's fucking dope as shit.
Yeah.
But so to give people like an idea where you guys are originally from.
I'm out of Houston, Texas.
Out of Houston?
Yeah.
Ho Chi Minh City, we know.
Okay, and you?
Same thing from Houston.
Yeah. Okay, dope. And so for you, what made you? So you live in Houston now?
Oh yeah.
So what made you move to Houston?
Okay, so basically my whole family is here.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah, and I'm the last person that's going to Houston now.
Okay.
So yeah, that's it. That's pretty much wrapping up my story, like moving to America.
So what made your family move over here? There was like. They just like fuck it, we're going to America and Houston's the spot.
Yeah, it's just American dream, you know.
That's a lit choice. It's like do they? I know they have like a lot of like
yeah.
They have a big
Houston and California is like two of the biggest city that contain a lot of Vietnamese people.
Okay. That's awesome. Hell yeah. So for you, how long have you been now tattooing?
22 years.
Hell yeah. And how about you?
2 years.
And you're just
I'm just getting started.
But I know you just said you started your apprenticeship, but how long have you been doing your lettering and stuff?
Oh, since I got like good at it whenever I was probably in the 10th grade.
Okay.
And then well through all of high school, 10th, 11th, and 12th. That's all I would do during class, was be drawing and shit.
Hell yeah. So besides tattooing, what's some of the other things you guys like to do? Like besides art, like what's some of the other passions you guys have?
Back in the day, I used to work with like leather. You know, like I would make like a custom wallet or some shit like that.
Okay.
And that used to keep me occupied.
Were you tried to were you also like embroidering, like burning them? Where you do designs on these walls?
Yeah, like tooling it, like engraving it, like that.
Yeah.
So I was doing that before I got into tattooing.
But right now is tattoos everything.
Yeah, right now everything's tattooed.
I feel you. How about you?
Man, that's a tough question because I have a lot of hobby, like crafting. Like before, like becoming a tattoo artist, I was a leather craftsman too, and it's been sticking with me for like two years, some more like that.
So what's your style of art for tattoos? Is it realism or lettering?
Yeah, like it's fine line realism. So it's like combining those two together.
Okay. I mean, I've seen all you guys' Instagram, but I honestly asked a lot of the questions like so people know what kind of.
Oh yeah, definitely. Man.
But so what attracted you to that type of style? Is that a style that's even seen over there in Vietnam?
Oh yeah.
Is it?
So that style is something that really recently, like it's getting this popularity like in the last, I would say like in the 2020 about that. And it's really caught my eye because it's something that really stood out. You usually see that realism like in a really bigger scale, but now it's going like mini realism and then combining with fine line too. So it's kind of, I don't know how to say it. It's really like very customizable and follow with your body really well.
You're good. So how does it feel like working with a guy that's like is like a master at this?
Dude,
do you feel like has it like it helped you improve a lot and like understand a little bit more?
Yeah, definitely. Like it's an honor. So we are the Gnosis Tattoo Studio. We have Ozzy, we have Chiwan, and we have Ernesto and me too. And working like among the legendary tattoo artists is such an honor. It's such an honor. And if I feeling myself like growing every day ever since I work in there.
Honestly, I can easily say myself, my tattoos gotten better since I started working like with people from Houston. Because again, you're kind of getting the sauce from like the main source. Because like you're not gonna learn like Chicano black and gray from a Japanese like Tabori artist. You know what I mean? So it's like going over there, you actually get to see the people that literally grew up with the culture. Like we were just talking about, like the letters and all that stuff and the pencil drawings.
I think it's very important to have the right people around you.
Oh, for
with
sure.
tattooing, yeah, because
especially for that style, bro. You can't just learn it from anyone.
No,
and you can't just keep like. I feel like that whole style, that black and gray that you guys have over there, it's not something that you can keep practicing. You kind of had to watch someone like lay it down, and especially the way you tattoo, bro. The saturations are insane. Like you're almost doing it like it was colored. Like you never see the breakage of tone. You get what I'm saying? It literally goes from like darks to smooth, and it's almost like a good fade. You never see the fade line. So it's like, again, you have to watch someone that knows how to do that. You can't just, I don't even like, you can try to do it and learn by yourself for 10 years, but like, I still don't think you even would get it.
To me, that was just something that information that I had to acquire.
Yeah,
like I had an idea on how certain ways that I do it, but then like you got to look for the right information, the right people that do it to give you that information. It's not something that's like
no, I know, and I know not everyone's also just giving it out either.
No, I had to pay for it.
Yeah, I believe it.
I had to pay.
I believe it.
But I'm okay with paying that bill. You know what I mean?
No, for sure. Yeah. And then for you, as of now, like throughout your whole tattoo journey, like what's some of the favorite places that you enjoyed going to, or like places you like working at?
Like as far as states or like
shops or whatever.
As far as shops outside of my own shops, because I had a couple of shops before, it's where I'm at right now.
Okay.
Yeah, because like the artists that are there right now, they're artists. They're not on. We're not much talking about things outside of that. It's always just art conversations and tattoo conversations.
So my thing is, so for you guys, do you guys just really focus on the tattoo, or do you guys also focus on art itself?
Mostly tattooing, and then there's art conversations outside of that.
Because you guys, do any of you guys draw and like paint? Like okay. Because I've always been told like painting and drawing is like as important as tattooing. A lot of people just tattoo. You know what I mean? I feel like it sometimes just shows too.
It is, but for you to do art, you have to have some downtime, and most of the downtime is in preparation to do some tattooing the next day or something like that. So like we try to keep ourselves pretty busy. So there is time for art, but very minimal.
I got you. And I know you for sure. You tattoo what you want. You're not over here doing some random, unless you do these fucking conventions and we talk about it. You got to do like whatever the hell the state wants you to do. But
I wouldn't say I tattoo what I want. I say that I promote what I want.
Okay.
But and
then people kind of just know that's what you want to do.
Yeah. And I try to filter everything through there, but at the end of the day.
How about yourself? Do you feel like you have to do tattoos you don't want to do, or people are actually coming to you for what you enjoy?
Okay, yeah, definitely that there's some time in my career that I have to do something that I don't want to. But you can definitely make it enjoyable also. You can put in your own twist into that. So it's not have to be the regular lion with blue eye all the time with the crown too. You can definitely make it like much more interesting. Don't let the stereotype of tattooing like get into you. You have to like breaking down the boundary.
Yeah, I always had a friend. He's like someone like a pretty girl, bring him like an Etsy tattoo, and he'll be like, "No, you want to get this," and then he'll convince him to get something he drew, and then they end up getting it, which is hilarious. But you'll bring him an idea, he's like, "You don't want that," and he like sidetrack you.
Yeah.
How about yourself? Like, because another thing as a letter artist, like I feel like people. It's not that hard to make them like go with your flow in a way.
Yeah, because with lettering, you look at letters and it's just like, it's letters, But right now that I'm an apprentice, I also kind of got to be open minded to anything because every tattoo I got to make it count. And
so, are you trying to learn just black and gray, or are you trying to get into the color too?
Mainly black and gray.
Okay.
Coloring and all that, never been too attracted to that, but I definitely want to learn just on black
The thing
and gray.
about me with color is just longevity. How do you feel about that? Like, I just don't feel like it lasts as good as black and gray. Like, it all muds out after a while.
Not necessarily, you
No?
know.
Because I feel like all those guys that you see is like especially around the shows, you always see these guys walking around with these leg sleeves and these crazy arm sleeves or chest pieces, and it's like it's only 5 years. I want to see this shit in like 15 years or like 10 plus years, because I feel like I've seen people that get like that color pink on their white skin, and then the pink doesn't exist anymore.
Yeah,
like it's just gone.
That is a thing, but you know, like there's how can I put this? Like putting the right colors next to each other can
True.
hold longer.
Oh yeah,
You
yeah.
know, like if you have solid black with the skin break next to it,
Yeah,
it's gonna hold. And same thing if you put purple next to yellow or red next to green, it's gonna hold longer too.
Yeah. No, I understand that. And also, it's like that's not some color theory stuff. Is like putting a certain color next to another color makes it look like a different color. So that's what pushes it out too.
Oh.
Is but no, me personally, like I've throughout time, I've slowly like kind of just like black and gray, because I feel like it just presents itself for so long. Even the way that people are doing portraits now, people are understanding that like the one drop goes so far, and open skin is very important too, you know.
Yeah.
But I feel like the new black and gray too, we also don't leave that much open skin. It's like it's literally saturated from end to end.
Yeah, it has gotten more complicated as time gone by.
Yeah, because if you look at old school tattoos, like little shadow on the cheek, build a chin in the lips. Now it's like you can see everything. It's I mean, how do you do your black and gray? Are you basically covering everything, aren't you?
I try to, you know, except, you know, of course your highlight areas is the only thing.
Yeah, of course.
There's a gap between your white highlight and your last light tone, and your skin tone is like a off white too.
Yeah. So that's another thing that I've learned. That's a Texas thing. I feel like that you guys understand, like there's a white highlight, and then the skin break is a highlight, and then there's a one drop. And that's what really pushes the whole fucking saturation of like the way your black and gray works. Cause yeah, again, it's way more complicated than what it used to be. The old school portraits that people were doing in the 90s is like what people do now, like first year of apprenticeship. Yeah, like people are crushing tattoos now. It's insane.
It looks like the fine line stipple.
Yeah, tattoo. Exactly. That's what it looks like. Or when people start stipple now. It's like that's an old school portrait.
That's we used to call that pepper shade.
Yeah, exactly. So for you, what was the first machine you used?
Mine was a Wasp from Superior. Aluminum frame, turn it up a little bit, and it rattled your whole arm.
But it was a coil and shit?
Yeah, it was a coil. Okay. Yeah.
And my first machine was a hatchback. It was from Circus. But how about you?
So my first machine to practicing was a China one, but the real one that I got from my first tattoo is the Cheyenne.
Okay.
The Cheyenne Unlimited 1.0. That one is a really good one.
So your first one was it a coil, or is it actually already like a pen style?
A pen style.
I've seen a lot of people actually use those pens when they started coming out, like those random Amazon ones, and they're not that bad.
Yeah.
I mean, the thing is like with those machines, and even like myself, my first machine was like it was an eBay machine. You literally bought the whole kit and all that crap, and it was like one of them comes with a skull on it, and you thought you were a badass and shit. But those machines are not that bad, but if you don't know what the fuck you're doing, those machines will eat you up.
Oh yeah, definitely.
They have no give. Wow. Those shit will just tear through your skin, and then again, you don't know your voltage right. Back then, when I first started, we didn't have the digital; it was all analog, whatever. So it's like, was it really a 7 or was it really a 5? You know, that shit you literally had to play with like by ear. It's like, oh, okay, it's flowing, and then we had the whole figure 8. And we had to watch the pin.
The Bruce Lee?
Yeah. It was like, so there was an 8 on the pin. If it was a long stroke, short stroke, and you adjust that by speed, and you're literally like cross-eyed. He's like, all right, it's good. Probably took 20 minutes just to set up.
Yeah.
Nah, it was great times. Now it takes literally 5 minutes.
It's just pop a
Yeah,
cartridge
and pop that bitch in. And
which is good too,
oh,
though.
amazing.
I like it.
I mean, that's the whole point. The whole cleanliness is supposed to be easy and easy to clean and shit. Like even FK Irons, they build now the giant gorilla grips, and then you pull the back, and it bags your whole machine.
Oh yeah.
And the
yeah.
cool thing is, like, so you know, like when you would bag your machine, sometimes you have to be careful because if you bag it, you couldn't turn it. So now they made it to the fact that you can turn the neck and still bag your shit, and it won't like tighten up or like it's like, bro, these motherfuckers are killing it.
Yeah, I love new technology though. That
Yeah,
is cute.
and then you got the cups. Our rinse cups are amazing because you had Dixie cups when we were kids or younger, and the Dixie cups on a 2-hour session was already leaking through the cup.
Yeah.
So it's like you had to double cup them. Now they have like trays for all your fucking needles. So it's like, no, I definitely appreciate it for sure. Cause now it lets you like, again, the guy who taught me is like, the more comfortable and less stress you are to tattoo, the better the tattoo. You know? It has to be as easy as possible for you. That's why even those printers were fucking like a turning point in the tattoo industry.
Same thing with the tablets.
Yeah.
From creating.
Well, that took away from people having to literally draw and then print and resize and print and resize. Yeah. But no, those inkjet printers, bro, people went the next level. I'm watching kids like jump off from like, oh, I've only been tattooing a year, and you're like, what?
I think that also plays a lot into like all the information and resources that are on now.
Yeah, and the fact that society accepts it now. You don't have to do it in, like while your mom and your dad is not home, and then sneak around in the backyard to tattoo your friends. Is like, oh shit, my son's gonna be a tattoo artist. Hell yeah! Like back then, it's like, oh, you're a piece of crap.
Yeah.
So it's like so much more acceptable, and being acceptable obviously promotes like production of like it makes people want to like again make our lives easier. Cause there's money. I mean, it's that whole like was that gold rush theory? Like the guy who made the most money in the gold rush was the guy who sold the shovel.
Yeah.
You know? So instead of be the nigga tattooing, be the supply guy. Mm-hmm. So
that's one way to do it. Make some money.
Yeah.
It makes a lot of sense.
No, but bro, either way, the industry has a lot of money. And like we talked about, like Alaska last year, that shit was a phenomenal show. Like would never expect that. At first, I was upset because I was like, bro, this place is weird as shit. The sun never went down.
Oh, where you talking about Anchorage? And
we went we went to Anchorage first, and then we went to Fairbanks. And then I was like, guys dressed like women and women dressed like guys. It was crazy out there, bro. It was the opposite day.
Did the sun not going down, did that affect you?
I mean, the second place I stayed at, the blackout windows are fucking fire. Mm-hmm. But the fucked up part is, because again, Alaska is a legal weed state. I'm over here smoking weed and we're chilling. And I was like, damn, Corey, what the fuck are we gonna do, bro? He's like, I don't know, man. It's fucking 2:30 in the morning. It just doesn't hit you, you know? And the thing is like, yeah, we worked, but it's like, I feel there's something that's like, we're almost like chickens, bro. The second we see the sun going down, we just naturally get tired. Yeah. But it's like if the sun never hits your face, like you're like, oh, I guess it's another day.
It was a little strange watching somebody play
a lot of days.
Watching somebody play school baseball games at 2 a.m.
Yeah,
that was weird.
No, but another thing is like the Alaska trip. If you did both trips, bro, you're there for fucking 11, 12 days, 13 days, a half a month, in a whole different lifestyle. Like. Bro, we were watching, bro. I see some hillbillies when we went to Fairbanks. Those motherfuckers live like in the sticks. You had to burn your shit on the toilet. Well, if you had to take a piss, you pee outside because the incinerator would burn your pee, and then the house smells like burning pee.
Where were you staying at?
No, bro, that was not even me. I stayed at the motel. We actually stayed in the same hotel.
The one
in the same hotel, on that loop right outside of the thing. Some people actually stayed in the country and rented an Airbnb cabin, and there was a bunch of hillbillies. And I remember this motherfucker took a piss, And then one motherfucker went to go take a shit, and then after you take a shit, you had to burn the incinerator, and it fucked up the whole house. I was like, no way. But is it because they really don't have like power like that? So like they don't have, so they had a gas line, bro. That shit was weird as fuck. But Alaska was dope. It was definitely dope. Saw some moose. It was just nice. The weather was amazing. I've never seen so many beavers in my life, and I'm from up north. That shit was crazy. And this shits look like fucking, they're like this tall, bro. And then you walk around from the hotel we were at, all the trees were chopped down.
Yeah.
Remember, you can just see beaver marks everywhere. Fucking like rodents, bro. It was sick. But it was a good show. A lot of young people, a lot of military.
Yeah.
I remember Anchorage was whatever. How do you do in Anchorage?
It was all right.
Yeah.
It was all right. I think Juneau was probably the best place that I've been to in Alaska.
So what? Oh, hold on. Where is Juneau?
It's more of like
inland,
southern of Alaska, south part of Alaska.
And it was like the same weather as last time.
Yeah, but it's different because it's like in a rainforest, so it's a lot different scenery. It almost gives you what you expect Alaska to be. That's what the vibe you get. It's nice, too.
And then they didn't do a show back to back.
What do you mean back to back?
Like, you know how they did 2 shows back to back in Alaska?
Yeah.
They did?
No. Not like
last time.
No, not like that.
Okay. So it was just that 3-day show.
But the Juneau's another company. It's not Villanar's.
And have you still been doing all the like conventions like every month? Yeah. Or you been like trying to chill at the shop?
Next year I'm gonna hang out a little bit, but this year I was pretty active.
And how's that been going?
It's good.
Yeah.
Yeah. It seems every year you revisit it gets better and better.
So you feel like it's starting to pick up again?
I don't know if the show is starting to pick up like that, but like, once you tattoo somebody, and you leave a good impression on them, they're there next year for you.
And over there, back in Vietnam, for you, are they starting to have like tattoo shows or anything like that, like conventions, or is it like?
Yeah, we do. Like it's getting a lot more popular now with tattooing too. So we have like Vietnam tattoo show, we have Saigon tattoo show, something like that, and yeah, those are some really high quality tattoo artists over there too.
Yeah, they got a big show over there, right?
Mm-hmm.
A real big show.
Real big show.
So do you have any plans yourself to like attend to some of those shows?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Or have you already?
So this is my first show that I'm tattooing.
Okay.
The Miami's All-Star.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Definitely I'm gonna need to gather up my experience about it and come back to Vietnam and make a blast.
Hell yeah. Fuck yeah. And this is your first show as well?
Last month I was in Kentucky.
Yeah. Okay. You guys went to Kentucky?
How
was that shit?
That shit was tough.
Yeah. I've never honestly been to that show. It was
all of Kentucky shows that I've been to from the Triple Crown Company have been phenomenal. Really? Yeah.
No, honestly, I want to start exploring more tattoo shows, but it's just like with the whole farm thing right now too. It's been I've been working more on like animal stuff, so it's like been like it just takes a lot of fucking time. And another thing is I got to find people to take care of my animals. And another thing is like I have exotic animals, so a lot of people don't want to fucking deal with snakes or fucking birds. I just got my alligator license, so who the fuck is trying to deal with an alligator?
These are your animals?
Yeah. They're all up north, but and we used to have 2 snakes right there and just moved them out. But again, it's just a lot of animals. We got 10 puppies right now. You guys want to take a puppy back home?
I can't put that on the plane.
But yeah, we got 10 dogo puppies, so it's just fucking kind of hard. Fucking but no, I want to do Philly next year because Philly always hits, and it's just like it's a fun show, like being in that city. You've done Philly, haven't you? Yeah, I've always liked doing Philly. I went to do Chicago last year, but I just didn't do it. Did you do it?
Yeah.
Who's another person that does Chicago, or is it only Villains?
Villain does it for sure, and there might be somebody else that does it, but I'm not sure.
I mean, it's weird because even this year, Villains, they did like their show was not even like Chicago. They called it Rosemont, which is where they always had the show in Rosemont.
Yeah.
So.
Well, that was the second one they had. They had two Chicago shows.
Yeah, I know. So, but did they have the first show really in Chicago?
The first show I didn't go to.
Okay,
the second one, the Rosemont one, I did.
Yeah, because that's in that convention center over there. So, I know that right now the tattoo like convention circuit's kind of slowing down. What do you guys have in mind, like planned for the rest of the year?
Well,
because isn't this like the last month for shows, isn't it?
There was one in December, but it got pushed to January. The one in Hawaii, the Hawaii show.
Oh shit! I know the Hawaii show. You have to like pre-register the year before.
No.
I heard that shit fills up like that.
You just gotta get your hepatitis and syphilis test.
Like you gotta get tested for that?
Yeah, you gotta get tested and show up.
No way, that's crazy.
So, whoever goes to the Hawaii show, it's a good sign.
The syphilis test and hepatitis? That's intense. Isn't the syphilis test when they showed the Q-tip in you or something?
No.
Oh, thank goodness.
I think that's the gonorrhea test.
That's so fucking crazy, bro. I've never heard that.
Yeah.
Yo, Hawaii has the craziest rules always. Hawaii is the only place that you can't even like, if you move to Hawaii, you can't bring like your pet dog. They don't want no animals outside of Hawaii over there. Like they're strict with anything coming in that bitch.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah, you can't even travel with like a fruit in your hand. Like, motherfucker, leave that seed here. Like, they're strict. They don't want no foreign shit going to Hawaii. And it makes sense because, like, bro, they're in the middle of the fucking ocean.
Yeah.
If anything happens, you did it. Motherfucker, you did it. Because how the fuck that shit swear? If you look at the whole map of the world and you see Hawaii, that shit's like literally like dangling in the middle of the ocean, just like...
You have to...
Right, yeah, you always have to zoom in. Like, oh, there it is. California, Arizona, Hawaii. Like, bro, there's nothing out there. Even when I went to Hawaii, I was like, bro, this is fucking island. Like, you go to DR and you look to the east, you might see Puerto Rico. And if you survive going to the other side of Haiti, you might see Cuba. But like, bro, Hawaii, there's nothing out there, bro. Like, you look at the ocean, it's just black. Black as fuck. But, so like, for the little break until January, what do you have in mind?
Just work.
Keep
working.
No travels, no nothing?
I got a couple of personal things that I'm doing, but...
So besides the conventions, you always try to book out, like different, do you get spot in different? Sometimes, yeah. Okay. Yeah. Or you just go to that state and tattoo, you got a tattoo.
I usually do the conventions, but sometimes I'll guest spot at other shops.
Okay.
Yeah, just for friends, friends.
I got you. And you have anything in mind?
Actually, no, like I'm kind of busy at the shop right now, so it's good.
Yeah.
Like money's keep growing in, man.
I got you. And
well, I mean, just staying at the shop. Really, like whenever OC travels, I'm starting to go with him now.
Okay.
But other than that, just at the shop, and then like I told you, I'm about to start tattooing people at the shop now. So.
Oh yeah. So like, what's some of the things you really want to start tattooing yourself since you like just got into it?
Well, really just lettering. Like lettering, I've always been attracted to lettering, and like I could freestyle lettering and just like all crazy ass fonts and stuff like that. So
you ever heard of what's that guy that makes everything look like embroidered, like carved out of wood? It's like Tom Scott, something like that. I like his style because he almost makes everything look like almost like a banner, but it looks like he carves it out of wood. So what he does is all the letters are hollow, and then everything's background. And then the way it builds out, it literally looks like someone carved into your skin.
I think I've seen that, but I never knew exactly who it was. But I'd seen some of that.
I think his name is Tom something, but Tom Scott or something. But I like how people nowadays, they just make a whole piece out of lettering, like the way they stack letters and shit. Like, that's dope. But I feel like another thing, that's like a fucking Texas thing, bro. Like, you guys are literally like that black and gray and that whole like that urban style tattoo. You guys literally just pushed it to the next level over and over again. Because I don't even think it's a whole Texas thing. It's a Houston thing. There's so many people like in your vicinity of like that just push heavy tattoos. You have to, like, you can't just be like, oh, just chilling. You have to put work over there.
It's competitive.
I feel like you guys are mad fucking competitive over there.
Yeah, I mean, there's a shop, every corner.
Am I done with ginger ale? No, there is. And I even like my boy Eric. He's like 5 blocks away from Drew. And I was like, bro, how the fuck? Luckily, Eric does that real paisa fucking bright colors, like Colombian shit. But again, like you literally gotta have your own style or something for people to even like recognize you, like, or just be on top of your shit. Like, there's not a state that you or a city that you just slack on.
Yeah, I think if you do good work and kind of stick to a certain type of style, you're fine. And if you're kind of like not really hitting it too heavy, that's where you're competing with the masses.
Yeah. So what's some like your stuff that you like to do to keep yourself busy and all that, like, and keep yourself in like the foregrounds of the art?
Well, I still, I mean, most of my tattooing is very basic, man. It's not nothing fancy or nothing. So like, just keep doing those basics. Like I mean, he'll even tell you I work with him and I'll be tattooing on fake skins too. Like if I'm an apprentice, you know what I mean? So
He's a real learner though. Like he's learn all the time.
But I have a hard time with those fake skins, like applying. Like, I don't know one of you guys posted like that Jackie Chain.
that was me.
So my thing is like how do you get it to like saturate that good on that fake skin? What skin are you using?
Yeah, the fake skin doesn't matter. It's really the technique of it, and it's just the same way you would
Just
do it
slow and let it build.
Yeah,
Patience,
patience, and
yeah, because I feel like those skins just never really take it right.
I do feel that you have to do more than what you would on a person.
Yeah, a lot more.
So a lot more, but what else are you gonna do?
No, I know. And then my other thing is like, so with your black and gray, do you use any white, or yours is just pure blacks?
Just blacks.
Yeah, because I know some people like to give it that different tone. A lot of people use like tones of gray wash, but I don't feel like that's a true like actual wash style of like that whole Chicano like prison black and gray style.
Well, throughout the
'Cause
years,
there's no white.
Throughout the years, people have done different things to get different looks. So like people have added white to the end of it.
Yeah.
During it, that's why you have the whitewash set, and people do a lot of opaques and a lot of different things, but
it doesn't look the same. That's on at the end.
No, but that's what they want, is to have different looks.
And do you like using like a lot of whites, or you're black, just all black?
So I do believe that white is kind of like a gimmick thing. So it should looking good without a white first.
Okay.
And then you have to putting on the white for the finishing of it.
But when you do your black and gray, you're still doing just different tones of blacks.
Oh, you're talking about gray wash?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I actually do.
Or do you add some white?
I actually doing both right now. So I'm doing gray wash and gray opaque at the same time.
Okay.
I'm using the gray wash to adding more detail into the tattoo, and the gray opaque is to giving it more volume.
Okay. Is that how you would like try to blend it in and bring it in together more?
Yeah, it's kind of like experiment to me, but it's working so far.
And is it something that you just kind of like picked up yourself, or you saw other people using, you kind of liked it?
I think I kind of pick up myself. People usually only going for either gray wash or gray opaque on its own. So I'm starting with the gray wash at first, and then picking up with the gray opaque. So it's kind of like middle ground to me.
I got you. And for yourself, for lettering, do you ever use any of those type of washes, or you just go straight with the black?
Yeah, just straight with the black.
And then, washes. Yeah. Hell yeah. No, that's honestly, that's another thing that working down in Houston is like, I kind of gave up using that whitewash, and just using that gray wash, the real gray wash, when you just wash out the black. I mean, I met even OGs like, bro, they just have cups of black. And they know how to fade out their black.
Just needle dip.
Yeah, needle dip it. And then just like, all right, this is going to be really dark. Let me start my dark tone and then wash it out. So it's like, it's just crazy to see it. Because, I mean, Honestly, bro, the basis of all this shit came from prison, and there's not a lot of resource. And it's like, bro, you don't have fucking different cups of fucking black.
Yeah.
Like
In prison, we used to dilute with the blood.
there you go.
So we use Shakun and it starts bleeding, and that's how you start washing it.
Yeah, that's some hardcore shit right there.
Yeah, and then I mean, I know people that said like, yo, they used to make their fucking ash out of soot.
Yeah,
and the way you make soot is like you take like the hair wax, whatever, like it's a wax,
the
and
grease.
then you put like the grease, and you take some sort of paper towel or some shit, and then you put it in a box, and then it produces soot.
You make like a little like a candle,
wick. Candle wick,
and then you burn it.
And then you gotta keep it in a box without making any smoke, because then you'll get in trouble. Then the box gets filled up with a lot of ash or soot. Then you shake out the soot and scrape it out the cardboard, and then you put water in it, bro. And I'm like, what the fuck? But and then I wonder, like, why was it we had back in that room, like that rumor back in the days, like ink turns green? Because it was never green. It was just like very light gray.
I don't know, man. Some of my tattoos do look green.
Do they?
Yeah. But light gray, green. I mean, I think it's just the quality of the ink, man.
Yeah, because it was also probably not like ink. Like I feel like I remember there was a point that people were using like Indian ink to tattoo themselves.
Yeah, talons. Which is a mixing ink, right?
Yeah, and that shit like fades out like a motherfucker. It almost looks like bluish green, like.
Or the ink that was in the little calligraphy. Well, I guess it was Indian ink too, right? Yeah. I got some tattoos. Yeah.
Bro, nah. And that's like back in the days you used to buy Indian ink and pick and poke your friends and shit.
No.
And just like, give me a money sign. Give me some dice. But nah, tattoos definitely. I'm kind of glad that it's gotten better for like, besides us, it's just like. Because me personally, when I see artists, especially down here, or people like, fuck it, I'm going to do tattoos because it makes money. And then they just stick with like, again, traditional, like the most classic traditional, not even neo-traditional. There's no like style of coloring. There's no like different line weight, you know? It's just like plain forward, like, hey.
It's just a hustle.
Yeah. He's like, you're a piece of shit. I know what you're trying to do. Because again, it has become very easy to become like an artist.
Yeah.
Because everything's there.
Yeah.
Everything is there. Like if you don't want to be a good artist, it's basically your fault.
Yeah.
It really is. Because like, bro, even the fake skin's insane. You know? I remember shit when I really wanted to practice, I would literally buy like a pig shoulder and then just tat on the pig shoulder.
Yeah.
A big shank. And just.
How long have you been tattooing?
Well, I started when I was 19. I'm 36. But I was also self-taught until, I want to say the first real shop that I worked at was in 2016. But everything was self-taught. And most of the time, a lot of my homies didn't put me on. They'll teach me how to be clean, which I appreciate. But like, yeah. No, I didn't work at a shop for a minute because also myself, it was like, I was doing murals and like actual art, like art paintings and shit and selling that. So I never took it too serious, but I've always done tattoos. I've done all the homies tattoos. I'm a graffiti artist, so I started with lettering. But yeah, until 2016, I fucking was like, fuck it, I'm gonna tattoo. Like, and I remember I worked at my bar and I would work at a tattoo shop. So I would work at the tattoo shop in the daytime, and then I go to my bar and work at night. And it was chill, bro. I fucking loved it. I would even tattoo in the back of my bar. But no, honestly, that shit was dope because after that, I started doing conventions, and then the convention was just shit before COVID. That shit was just like, I don't know. It was like packed. It was like everyone had extra money. It was like a fucking new. It was not a new thing because even like Philly was like what? Philly's like 60 years old, isn't it?
Yeah.
That convention, but. It was just a vibe. And then you see people. That's a cool thing about convention because you meet some cool people. And then you see them every fucking once a month, twice a month. If you're heavy in the convention, you see them every weekend.
I mean, that's where I met you, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. At the shows.
So it's like, yeah, bro. So it's like, it's cool because you basically have like, you're like a traveling athlete or you're fucking like a dorm room buddy. You just see each other on the weekends like, hey, what's up? And then that's another thing, like with these conventions is like you sit down and after a long time, like or 3 or 4 or 5 years of convention, you're like, what state was that in? because they all look the same because you're chilling with the same people. It's like, hold on, that wasn't Baltimore. That was fucking like Colorado or somewhere. And it's like, because you're always at a convention center. You're always tattooing all fucking night. And then you're always with the same group of people.
Yeah.
So all those fucking trips almost mush up together.
Yeah.
But they're fun because, again, the scenery's dope. They're having these conventions in like the pinnacle parts of the city. One of my favorite shows was Baltimore, but it's also one of the saddest shows. I've never been to such a hood in my life. Like, I remember driving up to the fucking Airbnb, and my Airbnb was the only one. So because over there, you know, they have row houses like they got in DC. All the houses are like connected to each other. Bro, mine was the only one that didn't have boards on it. And I remember my roommates were like, yo, are we in the right neighborhood?
Yeah, Baltimore is
hood.
Yeah.
As fuck.
And I never knew that in my life. For some reason, I thought that like Atlanta or Philly would be like, but Baltimore, like
top notch.
We took an Uber to go get a haircut, and it looked like movie hood.
Yeah. I know.
Baby right there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It was so funny. It was like, because, bro, it was crazy. And I was like, I remember driving in the Uber. I was like, yo, y'all niggas live in the hood. Yeah. He's like, I thought New York and all that other shit was bad. He's like, y'all pretty bad. And he was like, and I told him where I was at. He's like, nigga, that's a good neighborhood. And I was like, what? That shit reminded me of like Newark, New Jersey. That shit was so hood. I remember the same thing. I stayed in Newark. I was the only house that wasn't boarded up. And then people were breaking the boards to stay in the house. So it was like there's swaddling or squaddling, whatever.
Squatting.
Yeah. And I was like, bro, that's fucking crazy. But in Baltimore, it was rough.
You know where I went to in Baltimore? To the Edgar Allan Poe house. That was pretty cool.
Was it like, where was that at? Like right outside of Baltimore or something?
I can't really tell you.
Or was it like within the city?
It wasn't far.
Because I know in Baltimore, like, they still got those Kebblestones roads and shit. Yeah. Like the old school roads and all that crazy stuff.
Yeah.
And some of those houses are fucking since like the 1800s, 1700s.
Well, all that area is old.
Huh? Yeah.
That's
same
where everything
thing like Maryland. They still got, Boston. Yeah. They still got like original homes. They probably, some of the houses still got skeleton keys and shit. Those big ass hollow keys.
That fucking Caroline key.
Yeah. Biggest shit. But how about you personally? Like, what's some of your favorite places that you already traveled to?
I mean, so far with tattooing, this is the second place that I've been to. Other than that, it's like I told you, it was in Owensboro, Kentucky.
Yeah. You Kentucky was a vibe for you?
It was cool. It was a bunch of old people, but like the weather out there was good. Like, especially like, you know, because I'm from Houston, it's hot as fuck every day. And out there, you'll wake up in the morning and it felt pretty good. And at nighttime too.
How about you? How's your journey across the states? What's your favorite place right now?
Man, if tattoo wise, the Golden State.
The Golden State?
Yeah, we won the battle show over there, so that's pretty nice. Oh, talking about that, like Houston having like two the most prestigious awards right now from the Empire show and the Golden State show.
Hell yeah,
man! That's such a vibe, man.
Hell yeah. What's your favorite place as of now?
I don't really have a favorite place, man. I kind of enjoy a lot of them.
Yeah. No, they are. They're all like, to think about it, like which one's your favorite. I can't say like there's a favorite one because they're all like, it's all different. It's all fucking vibe. You know what I mean? I've never even had a bad time. The only time I said was weird was like Austin. But
it's weird.
Yeah,
Austin's weird
as fuck. This shit was like low key really racist and low key really gay, and I was like, this is too much. I don't know.
It's a very liberal.
Threatened.
It's a very liberal place.
Yeah, it was like you feel threatened like the two different ways, like safety wise and like sexual wise. Like, oh, whoa, am I all right here? But Austin was cool, man. But I would never forget. It's like me and my boy, like, bro, what the fuck is going on? Same thing with like Tampa. Tampa's a weird vibe where they have the convention at. That shit also gives like New Orleans vibes where they have the convention. So it always throws me off. Every time I'm there, I'm like, yo, hold on. Are we in Louisiana? It's like, oh, no, we're in Tampa. Because Louisiana show is dope as fuck. It's a good show.
New Orleans show?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Real quick, it's cool if I step out right fast.
Yeah, for sure, bro. So what do you guys have upcoming for the next year? What's your plans?
Oh.
What do you want to do? What do you want to achieve? What are you trying to see?
Okay, definitely next year I do want more competition for myself. And if I'm winning something, that would be great. So that would be like the next milestone in the career.
So besides that, in your family, is there anyone else an artist or that was like
Oh yeah, that's just me.
just you?
Yeah,
You're the black sheep. You're
yeah,
like,
pretty
oh
much.
man, this motherfucker ain't gonna do shit but draw. Feel like that's what parents be like, oh fuck.
Yeah.
This motherfucker's an artist.
You already know that I was like an engineer before, like
Yeah.
coming into an artist right now. So yeah, like I do get the influence from my families of like learning academically and everything. But yeah, it doesn't working out. And when I steering myself into tattoo artist, it's really worked out. It worked out so well.
What were you drawing before? Before like
So I
so
was
when you said you started drawing as a kid though, right?
yeah.
So were you drawing like what was always your nice like inspiration of art?
So I like realism is like always my biggest thing. Like I love realism. I love
Okay.
making it look like a photography out of paper. Um so there was like a bar exam back in Vietnam for like architecture, and I actually like learning for that.
Okay.
And drawing is one of the most crucial thing to get in through that bar exam. And I learned how to draw since I was in ninth grade.
Okay.
Like academically, like professional.
Okay. That's
Yeah,
awesome.
that's really awesome, man.
Oh yeah. So it was easy for you to kind of transition to tattoos.
It kind of does. Yeah, it's really helpful with like the art background that you have.
I got you.
I think he's a good example of how being academically taught can further your career real fast, because he's only been tattooing 2 years, and he's not like I ain't like surpassing him in any kind of way.
Yeah.
He's very excellent, very fast, and I've seen him from coming to the shop to now, and it's like a big difference, and he's excelling very fast, man.
And honestly, like I've seen your page, bro, and I would have known that you have only tattooed for 2 years,
Exactly.
Because the thing is, like I was saying, is like, bro, back then to be like the shit that you do, a lot of people put like their whole life on. Bro, I know OGs, especially in Florida, and that's what kind of bothers me in Florida, because you can tell that people do this shit for money. I got OGs that tell you that you don't know how to tattoo, but bro, they're still stuck on traditional tattoos for the last 35 years, 40 years, and they. Like, bro, you really can't educate people on tattoos no more.
Nah.
You're outdated.
Yeah.
Like, you're not even like like even packing color. Like, I don't know.
Well, it's always the people with the lowest skill have the strongest opinions about things. You know what I mean? So
no, it does. And it's crazy because like, again, bro, it just kind of bothers me because it's just such a common thing in Florida that you see people get in and then just like, bro, you guys are literally trying to change and get better and like, again, make something almost look like it came out of a fucking camera or like it's on your screen. Like people over here just really don't push the envelopes. Like there's some traditional artists here that even though they do the same thing, bro, their color theory is insane. Like how you said, putting certain colors next to each other, and it's just, it looks fucking great, bro, and it lasts. But over there, you guys literally have to like get better and better. You guys have to be on your shit. You have to practice. You know what I mean? So I feel like you guys are also blessed to be at the right place.
It's true.
You know what I mean?
Like surrounding yourself with the right kind of people really, really help.
Hell yeah. Because I've seen homies go from one shop and go to another shop and then only been in that shop for 2 or 3 months and just fucking succeed like multiple legs. Like, bro, they just gap. Like someone literally just like, here you go, motherfucker, this is how you do it. And then you just see their work just change dramatically. You know what I mean? So
yeah, no, I could relate to that, especially like being an apprentice. So going from having like very little experience and just like little knowledge in general to then like learning with OC, that's like 2 different worlds. You know what I'm saying?
no,
So
for sure. Oh, thanks, bro. Damn, look at that fucking filter. So what's your plans for next year? What you got? What do you besides your apprenticeship, what are you really trying to focus on as an artist and all that stuff?
Really just I'm trying to get like I want to focus a lot on traveling too. I fuck with the whole traveling thing.
Where's some places you trying to see?
Shit, I want to go to that Hawaii show. Hawaii, California.
The Hawaii show, what island is it on?
Honolulu.
Oh, hell yeah.
I don't even know the first thing about Hawaii, but I mean that shit sounds lit.
Bro, so I surfed my whole fucking life. And I can tell you, I've never been to a place how like tattoo is the culture in Houston, how surfing is the culture in Hawaii, bro.
For real?
Bro, it's so fucking crazy how many people surf out there. Bro, crazy. Like, bro, you wake up. Let's say if you wake up, I mean, for us, it's easy to wake up at 5 a.m. Because over there, that's already like fucking 7-hour difference or some shit. You know what I mean? So
how difficult is that?
No, it's not that bad, bro. So I always told people, like, nigga, I'm meant to work. I'm only allowed to work before at 7 o'clock if I move to California, because I ain't working up at 7 o'clock over here, bro. That shit makes no sense. But 7 o'clock in California is 10 o'clock here. Piece of cake. I'm gonna make it to work on time. Like when I got sponsored and I was really about to be like a full, like go pro with surfing. It was so easy to transition to California. Cause bro, I wake up here at 8 o'clock. Now you want me to wake up at 7 over there, bro? I'm gonna wake up at 6 o'clock over there. Nigga, I'm making breakfast, working out, and riding my bike to work. Nigga, like, fuck a car, have a whole hour. I'm gonna be active. So, bro, I killed it. And it was dope because over there, when I was out there, I was in Venice. So I was like with straight fucking thug-ass Mexican niggas that surf, bro. So either you were a valley, which was like the valley niggas were like pretty white boy kook motherfuckers, or you chilled with a bunch of thug ass Mexican niggas with tattoos that literally ripped waves and shit. Fucking crazy.
Fuck?
But
that shit sounds weird.
No, bro, it isn't weird over there. It's like, and honestly, those are the ones that go the hardest. Like the best surfers are the Mexican niggas. Well, some of my favorite surfers was like Bobby Martinez, bro. Nigga was straight thug ass cholo, fucking just ripped waves. But no, it was dope. I honestly fucking loved it. So like in California, like when I was in Hawaii, bro, like people literally like for 30 minutes, all right, it's a 30-minute lunch break, bro, they're going to go surf for 30 minutes. They're not getting food. They're going to go surf for 30 minutes or an hour. Here, this shit went out.
But what's the because I'm not familiar with surfing. So like, what's the whole idea?
What's the aspect?
Yeah, like what is
so they actually fucking the rush that you get from surfing is as close as so they say to like a heroin dose. Like when you catch that wave, it's just very addicting. Like you're just stuck on that whole vibe. The fact that you just floated over water, you rode the wave, like it's I don't know. Out of all the sports and like extreme sports, I said it's the dopest one because you get to dance with nature the whole time. You know what I mean? Because like with skateboarding, you're riding a solid surface, concrete. You can predict the future. You know where you're going on your pathway. The ocean's gonna change your path, so you got to be active with her and like ride. Like it's insane, and it's also cool because if you know how to surf, bro, the people will take you in. If you don't know how to surf, you get your ass beat up. It's a very tough fucking competitive, like, I don't know. Every time I've ever left the country and surfed somewhere, I had to fight somebody. And so it's dope. Cause then you got to get down and you beat this nigga up or you get beat up and then that's it. So it's like a very like, I don't know, like locals only thing is a real thing. Like there's a code, like a law of ethics and shit. Even Hawaii, bro, there's a gang called the Wolf Pack. And those motherfuckers, bro, if you don't know how to fucking like, if you don't know the code of like who's like priority wave and whatever, if you don't know how to catch a wave, they'll slowly push you off the beach and shit. You get beat up. I mean,
but like you can go surf anywhere or not necessarily.
So the thing is like you also got to understand how the wave breaks. Like, sure you can surf anywhere, but you just got to know like one how to get there. Hawaii, so like Florida, the ocean breaks from let's say my back wall to the front of my fence. In Hawaii, you probably paddle out to almost 1.5 miles out. So like I would be in Hawaii and I'll be paddling and Hawaiian pass by me, fucking flying. You're like, hey, you're not from here. And I'm like, yeah, motherfucker, shut the fuck up. I'm fucking dying. Just catching my breath, my arms hurt, and these motherfuckers just paddle a mile and a half like it's nothing, straight to the break.
Damn.
So bro, and then again, like I said, it's all their culture. Like, bro, after work they go surf. Before lunch, they go surf. Everyone, there's so much surfing over there. And another thing is like Hawaii, especially Honolulu, is like New York on a private island, on a little island. So the houses are very tiny, unless you live up in North Shore, which is like the locals. And again, like Hawaii is filled with Vietnamese and like mostly Vietnamese. Not too many Koreans or Japanese or nothing, but. So they live in like those nice little fucking old school houses, but bro, there's surf lockers. So on the streets, there's a bunch of places that you can literally lock up your surfboard. Hold on. Oh. Yeah, so you can lock up your surfboard so you don't have to keep this big ass surfboard in your house. It's fucking nuts, bro. Like I've never seen nothing like that in my life. Like I've been to Indonesia, like Bali, like Fiji, bro, all those places. Like those places, those are dope spots, but the part that sucks is the locals don't surf. So my thing is like, so let's say if I go to, like I've been to Baja, Mexico. Niggas in Baja, Mexico surf. They got their own surfboard. It might look not be as nice as my surfboard, but the motherfuckers got their own surfboard and they fucking rip. When you go to like those micro Asia places, the motherfuckers are so poor they really can't afford to surf. So like when they see you with a surfboard, now they know you're from out of town. You're either American or you're from Australia. So it's kind of whack because like me as a surfer, you kind of want to chill with the people.
Yeah.
And now you just look like a nigga that got money.
Yeah.
And another thing is like when you go to those type of countries, you're paying someone to take you 2 miles out into a random reef. Cause over there it's fucking 10 feet deep. Everything's 10 feet deep or like 5 feet deep. And then you gotta go like 2 miles out and then it drops down to like 100 feet. Oh, so there's a point break right before that break, you know? So it's like, then you got this random barrel, whatever. But yeah, man, most places just like, it's just dope. Like, I like the whole aspect too about it's like the same thing with hunting. Hunting is not about actually hunting. Like sometimes I see skies that no one ever get to see because I hunt either in the morning before the sun comes out or I hunt at night as the sun goes down. So the skies that I see, some people never get to see in their whole lifetime. Same thing with surfing. Like the skies that I see and the views that I see in like point of view of the ocean, I never see it. No one's ever see like. And I've always said to people, it's like, bro, another reason I even surf is like, bro, if I ever go to prison, bro, I got so much fucking data in my brain, I can sit in any of these places anytime, bro. I had a boy that was in prison for like 15 years, and he's like, bro, there was a point that I just learned how to go back into my memory, and I can be at that place. And I was like, dude, that's fucking insane. But that is fucking fifth dimensional traveling right there, you know? Like, even though your body's not there, you're there. Like, technically, you did travel. Like,
you're talking about like astral projection?
Yeah, astral projection type shit. So it's like, nah, bro, surfing and again with hunting is like, I've seen some shit. And even like just being in that moment, just like stopping, looking around, looking at your hands or like looking at the trees, like you capture that moment. So you can literally go there anytime you want. So like, that's why I appreciate it. Because again, they should have called the sport paddling. Because you definitely don't surf that much. Yeah. You probably paddle for 8 hours, surf for an hour. And if you surf for an hour, you probably only got 3 waves. The other fucking 5 waves beat the shit out of you. You probably drowned. You hit the coral. A fish bit you or something stabbed you. You dodge a shark. Oh, it's a fucking dolphin. Oh shit, a school of fish. You know, so it's like, it's fucking hard. But when you get that wave, it's just like, fuck.
How does that go? Like you don't be afraid that you're going to drown or some shit like that?
Nah, because I mean, I feel like with anything in life, bro, and especially with anything that comes with the cost of life, you're not gonna do it if you're scared. It's like with graffiti. When I first graffiti, my boy's like, bro, if you're scared to go to prison, don't graffiti. Okay. Like, you know? So like you wouldn't do this shit unless you bought that life. Yeah. So it's like, and at the same time, I mean, you kind of just wait out life, you know? Like, what are you gonna get out of this versus like, I mean, you can, I don't know. It's the same thing like any risk that you took in life, you know what I mean? It's like, sure, you could probably die doing what you did, but shit, this memory in this moment was way better than that, you know? So it's like, yeah, man. I don't know.
I think that like even with tattooing, people always say that shit. Like whenever you're gonna get tattooed, and they're like, "What do you think?"
Bro, back in the days, they say you get like AIDS and fucking hepatitis and all this crazy shit. Don't get a tattoo. Oh my god! And I was like, bro, everyone's wrapped.
Or like even now with young people getting tattoos, and everybody's like, "How do you view? How do you think people are gonna look at you now?"
Oh, bro,
like, that's just what comes along with it.
Now, I know it's crazy because I remember I got my first this tattoo and I was still in high school, and I was like, "You ruined your life. You're gonna be a fat tattooed guy and have nothing." And then eventually, he's like, "I wish someone would have told me everyone would have been tattooed. I would have never got a tattoo. I would have been tattooing with no tattoos." Because like, bro, this shit. Like my uncle one time when I started getting like my face and my neck tattooed and all that shit, he's like, "Shit, where do you go? They got 2-for-1 tattoos? Why the fuck you got so many tattoos now?" It literally looks like they give out tattoos for free, bro. There's so many people covered in tattoos. This shit's like, it's cool because it's definitely made life easier for all of us.
Yeah.
Because to be like, nigga, you can't fucking work at McDonald's because you have your knuckles tatted is ridiculous, you know? But it is kind of, I don't know. It's kind of like, you kind of just meshing in with a bunch of like, I feel like we used to stick out and that was cool, you know?
Yeah.
But another thing is like, it's cool because now you can tell the quality of art. Because you can tell the people that are really like forcing themselves to be part of this. Like that whole like rapper tattoo these random shits on you versus like the shit that like the real shit that we're starting to see, like these real contemplated pieces.
Yeah.
You know? But to wrap up the show, basically just tell like everyone where to find you and how to follow you, and then some upcoming shit you guys got coming up.
Y'all can find me on Instagram at Slim45, SLIMFORTYFIVE. And I mean, I'm gonna be posting on my Instagram. I recommend that y'all stay tuned because y'all can be able to see my journey grow, especially under OC Cruise. Hella traveling and all that shit. So y'all give me a follow.
So yeah, again, if you want to get some realism and fine line, come check me out at Buns Real Cool, BUNSREALCOOL.
Hell yeah.
You can find me on Instagram or Facebook on Aussie_Cruise.
Hell yeah. But yeah, guys, make sure to follow these guys. Again, this show's gonna be already aired by the next week, so the show will be passed. But these guys do be doing shows, and from what I've seen, you guys be killing it. You're gonna be right behind this guy, bro, because out of all the shows I've always went to, I've always said he's one of the fucking best artists in a lot of these shows, man.
Man, he be coming back to the shop with fucking 3 trophies and all that type of shit.
Man, you gotta come to Houston, give it a visit sometime, man.
No, for sure. Honestly, I used to go to Houston a lot, but then I just took the piece of Houston that I needed in my life, and then here she is. Now I don't go to Houston. Don't need to go there no more. But hey, this is Talk About with Lust. I know I'm your host, Lust, and we out. Oh, these are pitch faders. Look at that. We lit.